And we're off on another adventure. It's banging it down outside and it's dull. Now I was about to start painting that, and then I thought, well, I've got to take the lights off the wall to paint it, which would then leave me blind, because these are no use, no ornament. So I've decided what I'm going to do is just get the lights in to see what they look like, wire them up to the plug socket properly, and we'll bang a load of holes in the wall that we spent a very long time making, and get all the plug sockets in, because if I make a mess when putting a plug socket in, I can fix it when I come to do my easy fill. So I thought might as well get that out of the way. So here we are, we're gonna wire these bad boys up. Right, I've sat and got myself a little workbench going. I've just sat here cutting cables and repurposing these, because I like the actual plugs on the end and it's easier to disconnect them when I'm painting. So I'm repurposing these and connecting them to the new lights. I can't fucking find them. There's so much crap in and about all across here. I found 2, I brought 3, but where's the third one? No one knows. I'm just going up and down, trying to, it could be in this mess, could be in that mess, could be in the box, could be in the bag, who knows? Finding lights. Found it. Right, that's them wired up. And I've just realised it's actually starting to look more like a sauna than it is an office in here. Right, so that's where that is going to live. So we now need to make a hole in the plaster. Oh, wall. It was so good to me. Right, this is where we need the persuader stick. Let's go a little bit deeper. Make sure we don't blow the back of the plasterboard out. Boop. Of course that won't fit first time. Of course it won't. Jesus Christ, I just measured that right. Look at that. One of my timbers is right beside it. That's perfect. And now she fits in lovely. Right, now she's wired up, time to give it a test. Right, so if I wire these up correctly, that should be that one. Beautiful. And that one. I'm blind. So yes, they're brighter than I thought. Boop, 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 boop. Right, we've got another one in. You might be thinking, way up, junkie. That's a bit wide. But it's for one of these that I didn't know existed. It's a double and a single, which is perfect. So I've got the double power and then also a single, and that's where my network point's going to be. And I'm going to have a nice little cover for it so I can plug the PC straight in to a network port. Right, the next part all goes on hope. I'm going to go around the back of here, and fingers crossed there's some wall plugs still left from where the radiator was. My plan is to nicely and slowly drill through them holes, hopefully leaving 6 holes ready for me to mount the radiator. But I want to do it now because if it does blow the plaster, we can fix it now. So I'm going to go the other side and hopefully you're going to see some perfect little holes come poking through. Right, we made it. We're in. Well, they came out nice. Right, I'm coming to do these side ones now, and if you can remember on a previous vlog, I predetermined where these sockets should be and took out some of the tile. So if we got this right, we should be in the perfect situation. I've already drilled from the back end in, so that should be perfect. We'll see. Right, I'm absolutely buzzing. Cut the hole in. I always knew that stud was behind it, and I was always hoping that I wouldn't have to cut it out and the plasterboard plus plaster and everything would have been the right amount of depth. Lovely jubbly. I've only got one more to do, and I've got to go to the dentist in about an hour, and I don't want to go because everything's going swimmingly for once. Oh voila, that's both them in, that in, and them in. So now I've got probably about 45 minutes before I've got to go dentist. I'm just going to start prepping this area because you've got shit like this. I don't know if you can quite see, but the edges are a little bit messy and you've got a bit of plaster that I did on that fell onto that. So I'm just going to scrape the edges down, sand it a little bit. You've got a few dinks like this that needs to be easy filled. So I'm just going to get the area prep ready. and then we'll bang some easy fill on. Right, it's time for some easy fill. Right, Jess is asleep again, so quiet time at the moment. As you can see, easy fill's all on. I'll sand that off tomorrow, but this is now the task which I've been racking my brain over for the last good 5 days. Now originally, the plan was to paint that black, and it was in my head, and I did a quick Photoshop of it, and I was like, yes, that's absolutely fine. And then everyone in the YouTube comments have been like, oh, it's really nice, you should keep it the way it is. I was like, well, I need to do something to it. But then Joe and the parents and a few people's comments about my black was leaning towards, are you fucking sure? Which filled me with, no, I'm not now. So I've been looking at alternative things, and I didn't want to go with a brown, I don't want to keep it that, and I wanted a silver. Now I've made my own stain and it's come out like a grey silver, and it's quite nice, but to do it I need to make a massive batch of it. I've got to hope I can perfectly pull it off again, and I don't know how it's going to age or anything because it's homemade stain. So I've just flipped a coin on the computer. I've just gone on to Katana and I was like, heads or tails, and I was like, heads black, tails think again, and it was heads. I was like, that's it, I'm going with it. And I'm glad I'm going with it. Well, we'll see. I might regret it massively, but there's two reasons why. One, always, for months and months, I've always had the idea of using black. So I'd rather put black on and regret it than not put black on and then go, should have done that, I should have done with my gut instinct. So I would rather regret something I've done than not something I've not done. And second of all, if I stain that now, I could potentially paint these walls tomorrow, Thursday get the floor down, and IKEA bring all the units on Friday, which means by Friday, maybe Saturday, I should be potentially in here, which is a very, very good thing. And then I can just sit with it for a month, look at it, and if I hate it, pull the units out and I can paint it again. Now, obviously I'm gonna have to use a proper paint and not a stain, but so be it. I'd rather give it a go and see what happens. So we're going to be painting black, well, ebony, onto the walls now, so I'm just going to rip the lights off and we'll start. Fuck it. No guts, no glory. Now, I am so glad I went with my gut instinct. The thing I like about it the most, it does say to use 2 coats, but I am not using 2 because I love the washed effect on it at the moment, and I can't wait to get them 2 lights set back up again to see the kind of lights that it casts on it. But I think that looks fucking fantastic. Now, granted, it might not be a cup of tea, but one of the other things that made me go, yes, I'm going with black is Joe kind of said, oh, I don't know about black. And I was like, oh, neither do I. And then she says she's going to be doing like some white and gold thing in her game room over the next month. And she said, to be fair, I'm going with gold and I won't give 2 fucks what everyone else thinks because it's my room. And I was like, that's true. So if you don't like that, I don't give 2 fucks. This is my room. And there it is at night time. And I'm really happy with how the light casts on these. I think it's very different. So the easy fill is dry-ish. Now some of it is quite nice and dry. Sanded it back, it's looking lovely. Some of the bits are still a bit crap, but before I try and actually test I can sand everything, I realised that wall was a little bit tacky and I didn't want any dust particles to land on it, and if I do end up painting this today I don't want to flick any paint on it, so I've covered that up the best I can. I know that's a bit ropey on the top, but it's very annoying to attach that with tape because the tape just sticks straight to it, and then when you pull it off you make a hole, which is so annoying. But anyway, that's covered up, so sand this, we'll judge it, and then we'll work out if it's going to be a floor day or a paint day. And now I'm very dusty, but everything's done. We've sanded it all back, give it a quick wipe down. clean the floor, so we've got a nice area to start painting. So I'm gonna go and chuck some on, see what it looks like. Right, I think I'm gonna go with Magnolia, but I'm not worried. Chuck it up. If I don't like it in a month, I will repaint it. But I've got a cheap brand, mainly because I've got so many tins of paint in my shed, it does my head in. I've actually got a nice better one, Crayon, behind there. But I'm just gonna try and use this, and then I'll finish off with Crayon, because I just want to get rid of tubs of paint. And it's done, it's all painted. Well, first coat's on anyway, and I don't like it. Hey, Magnolia's Magnolia, everyone knows what it is. But to me, it's a bit pissy yellow. I don't quite like it. I don't know if it's these lights or what, but I am not a fan. So I've quickly whizzed out and got some brilliant white. I'm gonna chuck another coat of that on, well, probably 2 coats of it on. And I've also been and brought the actual flooring, and I would like to even do a coat of this or do the flooring, but it's 6 o'clock at night, the day's gone again. And Jo's also decided that she wants to start doing a games room at this moment in time, so I'm going to take over the Jess duties, and then she's going to prep about and do her room. So that's going to be me done for today. So I'm going to leave the vlog here, and then hopefully when you see me next time, these should be white. We're going to start on the floor, and the units will be here, so things were starting to be coming in. So hopefully the next vlog will make this room actually look like an office. But that's where I'm gonna leave you, can't speak, as always, never can finish a video. But anyway, thanks for watching guys, cheers, bye.